Level 1. The background nobody sees. You didn't grow up around money. In your house, money was something people worried about, not something they multiplied. Your parents worked normal jobs, long hours, the kind where a bad month meant cutting back on groceries or postponing a bill. Conversations at the dinner table weren't about investing or business ideas. They were about keeping the lights on, making rent, and hoping nothing expensive broke that week. Growing up, you slowly realized something strange. Nobody around you actually understood how money worked. Your parents were hardworking people, but they followed a simple formula. Study hard, get a stable job, and save what little you can. It wasn't wrong, but it also wasn't how anyone became rich. And deep down, you started to notice a pattern. Everyone around you was working harder every year, but somehow still staying in the same place. School didn't help either. They taught you algebra, history, and how to write essays, but nobody ever explained how wealth is actually built. Nobody talked about ownership, leverage, or building assets. Most of your classmates had the same plan. Graduate, get a job, maybe buy a car, maybe a house one day if things went well. For most people, that was the finish line. But somewhere in the back of your mind, a quiet thought kept coming back. If everyone around you was following the same path, and none of them were becoming wealthy, then maybe the path itself was the problem. And that was the moment things started to change. Level 2. The first money awakening. The first time you saw how money really worked wasn't in a classroom. It happened randomly. Maybe it was a YouTube video about a kid your age making thousands online. Maybe it was someone talking about sales commissions, crypto, freelancing, or building a small online business. But one sentence stuck in your mind like a splinter. Some jobs don't have a salary cap. That idea hit you hard. Your parents worked 40, sometimes 50 hours a week, but their income barely moved each year. Suddenly you realized the system they followed had a ceiling. No matter how hard they worked, their income would always be limited. But the people you were discovering online were playing a completely different game. One where income wasn't fixed. One deal, one client, or one smart investment could change everything. So, while your friends were scrolling through social media or planning their next weekend, you started going down rabbit holes. Sales psychology, digital marketing, investing, crypto, online businesses. Every night you watched another video, read another thread, studied another strategy. It felt like discovering a secret language the rest of the world didn't speak. And once you saw it, you couldn't unsee it. Money wasn't just something you earned by trading hours anymore. It was something you could build, multiply, and control. That realization changed how you looked at everything. Jobs, skills, even time itself. And from that moment forward, your goal stopped being getting a good job. Your goal became learning how the money game actually worked. Level 3, the obsession phase. Once that switch flipped in your mind, something else changed too. You stopped seeing time the same way. Nights that used to be spent watching shows or scrolling your phone turned into hours of learning and experimenting. While everyone else was relaxing after school or work, you were testing ideas, watching tutorials, studying people who had already built the kind of life you wanted. Your days started to look different from everyone around you. You picked up small side hustles. Freelancing, editing videos, managing social media, flipping products online, anything that could bring in even a few extra dollars. But the strange part was you didn't spend that money. Every dollar felt like fuel. Instead of buying things, you put it back into learning, tools, investments, or your next opportunity. At first the results were small. Maybe your first month you made a couple $100, then 1,000. Sometimes you lost money trying something new. Sometimes projects failed completely, but every win, every mistake, every late night slowly stacked experience that nobody else your age had. You weren't just working anymore. You were building leverage. And slowly, without even realizing it, the hustle turned into something deeper. It wasn't just about money anymore. It became an obsession with progress. You started measuring life differently. Not by weekends or vacations, but by skills gained, income grown, and opportunities created. While everyone else your age was trying to figure out what they wanted to do with their life, you were already playing the game. Level 4, the first real momentum. At first, the progress looked small from the outside. You were still living the same life, same room, same routine, same long nights behind a laptop, while the rest of the world slept. But quietly, something important had started to shift. The work you had been putting in for months was finally beginning to show up in the numbers. Your first real month making money hit around $3,000. Not enough to change your life yet, but enough to change your belief. Because that money didn't come from a salary or a boss. It came from skills you built and opportunities you created. For the first time, you realized this wasn't luck. This was a system you could repeat. So instead of celebrating, you did something most people wouldn't. You reinvested everything. Better software, better education, better tools to grow faster. While others spent their first big paychecks upgrading their lifestyle, you kept your life almost exactly the same and focused on upgrading your skills instead. And slowly the momentum started building. 3,000 turned into 5, 5 turned into 10. Some months were messy, some projects failed, but the overall direction was clear. You weren't hoping things would work anymore. You were starting to see the machine forming, a system where effort, skills, and smart decisions were beginning to turn into real money. Level 5, the snowball effect. Once the income became consistent, your mindset started to shift. Money was no longer something you earned and immediately spent. It became something you positioned. Every dollar had a job now. Some went back into growing the business, some went into investments, and some sat quietly waiting for the next opportunity. The first major milestone wasn't $1 million. It was $100,000. That number felt unreal. Nobody in your family had ever saved that much money before. When you looked at your bank account that day, you realized something important. The gap between your life and the life you grew up around was starting to widen. But instead of slowing down, you kept stacking. You reinvested profits, expanded what was already working, and avoided the trap most people fall into when money first appears. Lifestyle inflation. No flashy cars, no sudden upgrades, just more focus on building things that produced income. Then the snowball effect began. The money you made last year started generating more money this year. Investments grew, businesses scaled. Opportunities that once seemed unreachable suddenly started appearing because now you had capital, experience, and confidence behind you. And one quiet night, while reviewing your accounts like you always did, the numbers lined up in a way you had never seen before. Your total assets crossed a line that had once felt impossible. 7 digits, $1 million. Not from luck, not from one big moment, but from years of small decisions stacked together until they became something extraordinary. Level 6, the problems nobody talks about. At first, becoming a millionaire feels like the finish line. For years you imagined the freedom, the security, the feeling that once you reach that number, everything in life would finally get easier. But what nobody tells you is that money doesn't just change your bank account. It changes how people see you. The moment people around you start realizing you're successful, the atmosphere shifts. Conversations become different. Suddenly relatives you haven't spoken to in years start reaching out. Friends begin asking questions about opportunities or small loans. Sometimes it's subtle, sometimes it's direct, but the pressure slowly builds. And the hardest part is that these are people you care about. The same family that supported you when you had nothing now sees you as the one who made it. To them, helping should be easy. After all, you have money now. But you quickly realize something difficult. If you say yes to everyone, you'll destroy everything you built. So you start learning a new skill that nobody prepares you for. Boundaries. Not financial strategies, not business tactics, but the ability to protect your success without losing yourself in the process. Because becoming the first millionaire in your family doesn't just come with pride. It comes with responsibilities and pressures that most people will never understand. Level 7, the isolation of success. At some point, you begin to notice a strange distance growing between you and the people you once related to so easily. The same friends you grew up with are still talking about the same routines, the same jobs, the same problems. But your world has quietly shifted. Your days revolve around investments, opportunities, risks, and long-term decisions that most people your age aren't thinking about yet. It's not that you feel better than them. In fact, sometimes you wish things were simpler again. But the truth is, your life now moves at a different pace. While others are planning weekends, you're thinking about scaling businesses, protecting assets, or making decisions that could impact your future for decades. And then there's another layer to it. The more successful you become, the harder it is to talk openly about your problems. Complaining about stress or pressure feels strange when people assume money solves everything. So you start keeping things to yourself. The fears, the risks, the nights where you wonder if everything you built could disappear just as fast. Slowly, success creates a quiet form of isolation. Not because you want to be alone, but because fewer and fewer people understand the world you're now living in. The climb to the top changes your environment, your responsibilities, and even your conversations. But eventually, you realize something important. Success isn't about leaving everyone behind. It's about learning how to carry your new life without losing the person you were before the money arrived. And that balance becomes the real challenge after the first million. Level 8. Final truth. When you were younger, becoming a millionaire felt like the ultimate goal. You imagined the freedom, the respect, the feeling that once you reached that number, life would finally make sense. For years, that vision pushed you through every late night, every failed idea, every moment when quitting would have been easier. And eventually, you did it. At just 24 years old, you became the first millionaire your family had ever seen. A milestone that took generations for some families, you reached before your 25th birthday. From the outside, it looks like you won the game early. But the truth is, the $1 million wasn't the finish line. It was the beginning of a completely different level of responsibility. Because now, you're not just building wealth for yourself anymore. You're setting the standard for everyone who comes after you. Your siblings, your cousins, maybe even your future kids. You became proof that someone in your family can break the cycle. And once you realize that, the number on the screen means something very different. The real pressure isn't making the first million. The real pressure is never going back to the life your family fought so hard to escape. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. If you want more videos like this, please subscribe to the channel. More is coming soon.